Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not.
What is up, YouTube? Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie and I am back with another video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. If you're new to my channel, make sure you are subscribed. Just have to simply click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you can get notified on any and every new video I post. So let's get into the tea of today. Sorry, I'm gonna scooch back a little bit. I'm so nervous because I feel like I haven't been on here for like nearly a year or two, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, we're back and now I have a little life update for you guys. So I have a couple of things written down on my notes, so I'm just gonna talk on the topics based on what's on my notes. So the first topic I'd like to touch on is college life, or before we get into that, let me talk about Canada in general, because if y'all have not watched my previous videos, you need to click up this one and go watch this previous video so you can get a little bit of insight on what I'm talking about. So I just moved to Canada. Sorry, excuse me. I just moved to Canada. I came in the year July 2022 and it has been a very bittersweet moment ever since I came in, because my mom's back home, so it's very like, it makes me kind of nervous because I miss my mom. She's my best friend. She's literally the person I go to when I have any struggles in life. If I just really need a lot of girl to woman type of conversation, I just always go to her. She has been my rock and my greatest and topmost supporter, so I'm really happy about that. So let's get into the tea of today. I came into Canada and to be honest, you guys, I actually felt sick, and this is surprising to me because I didn't come into Canada when it was like really cold. I came in, I think probably summer springtime kind of thing, and the weather was not that bad, but I still felt really sick. So one tip and advice I'll give to you or to whoever who is coming to Canada, let me just tell you, make sure you're not coming during winter, because when you do come in, you will fall sick. And make sure you're able to navigate and know how the healthcare system works here, or you bring some drugs from back home and hope that helps, or you literally just have to go to the hospital. Like that's the best thing you can do for yourself. But yes, coming in during summer or spring naturally is the best time to move into a country that is always very cold, that the cold is really like, it comes hard. The cold in Canada does not play. Let me tell you, it does not play. I come from Nigeria and it is really hot there, so y'all know what I'm talking about from my fellow Nigerians. But it is really cold here, so make sure you are prepared. You have your jacket, you have your jeans, you have all of that protective gear on you before you come in. Yes. So moving on to the next thing about life in Canada, I want to talk African foodstuffs. So if you're like me, who literally knows how to cook only African meals, it is gonna be quite drastic for you and shocking when you hear the prices of said African foodstuffs. So let's say you want to buy yam. It is really expensive. I know, because I see this trend a lot online about people talking about the price of yam, and let me tell you, they are really very heavy. They come hard. So another tip would be, if you can bring some foodstuffs from Nigeria or from wherever you are coming from, try to indulge and try to bring some when you're coming, because you never know how long, even if it's not gonna last forever, but it'll sustain you for a while. So yes, African foodstuffs is very expensive, so make sure you have that in check. Now moving on to the nightlife in Canada. So the nightlife in Canada is pretty, because I'm in Ottawa currently. I don't know about other cities, but I do hear that the most popular city, Toronto, is always like living it up, and there's Montreal and I think Vancouver. They're always like very lit and everything. So yeah, but like it's also very expensive to live there. I mean, it's also expensive to live in Ottawa too. So anyways, yeah, it's but the nightlife in general here is really awesome. There's a lot of places you can go see. If you're an outdoorsy type of person, there's so many places you can walk around and go see, especially if you go downtown. There's literally so many places you can just walk by. There's so much activities that you can bump into. Canada is like a city, or Canada is a country, sorry. It's a country that always has like activities going on. It has a lot of things going on. So I am in Ottawa, like I said before, and if you go downtown to Rideau, there's like a lot of things there. There's a lot of like restaurants, a lot of lounges, a lot of bars, a lot of clubs. You know, if you're that type of person. I'm more of a homebody, so I don't really fancy going out a lot, but like once in a while I don't mind indulging in a little restaurant trip, or a little gallery trip, or a little a lounge type of chilling. I don't mind things like that, or just going to the mall. Retail therapy, I've heard that is really good. So if you do have money and you're looking for where to spend it but not overly waste it, I would say the mall. So, you know, yeah, or downtown. Definitely worth giving it a try. So next thing that I would like to touch on about is mental health. Well, let me not laugh, because mental health is not a funny thing. That is no joke when you come to Canada. No one ever told me. I wish someone told me that coming to Canada would feel very lonely. Like, it is such a quiet country. My country, Nigeria, I know Africans in general, we can attest and we can fully admit that we live it up. Like, we're the life of the party. Literally, there is no way, or there is nowhere that Africans would be all together and it's not always like they're not talking, they're not dancing, they're not vibing. It is always such a vibe when you put Africans together, and that is what I love about my people, and just like people in general. I mean, I'm not just gonna be very biased and just say that only Africans live it up. Like, Indians live it up too, because like what I really love about Canada is that it's a very diverse country. So like, there's a lot of foreigners coming in, people from India, people from Asia, people from, is India part of Asia? I don't know shit about geography, so please don't blame me if I'm saying anything wrong about it. You know, just, you can correct me, feel free to correct me in the comments, but make sure before you correct me, if you're a new subscriber, make sure before you correct me you're subscribed to my channel. But yes, back to what I was saying. Yeah, there's just a lot of foreigners that come into Canada, and it's really interesting to be able to get to see, especially if you're in school, to get to see how different cultures tend to celebrate different activities, or different seasons, or different, you know, things that happen throughout the year. So yeah, I wouldn't just say, I don't want to be biased and say that Africans only live it up. Like, other countries live it up as well in their own unique way. They have beautiful meals and a lot of things like that. So yeah, that's one thing about Canada. It is a country that is always very active. Like, it's very quiet, and it's partially very safe too. I'm not gonna be here and like just try to say, oh, and convince you that Canada is the most safest country of all. It's not like entirely perfectly safe, but it is safe. It is safe in the sense that you don't hear a lot of crimes going on as frequent as other countries. But yeah, it is family safe. It is I just say family safe in general, because it's a country for family. It's a country for single mothers. It's a country that benefits everyone. So yeah, it is definitely worth coming into, or, you know, living for a while. So back to mental health. Yeah, definitely, if you do not have connections, if you do not know people, if you're not an outgoing person, that's why I say I'm a homebody, but when I do have the opportunity to talk to people, I do make conversations, because Canada can be a bit lonely, and it can be very sad and dampening when you're trying to navigate the country alone. So that is why it is very good to put yourself out there. You can put yourself out there in dating aspect if you want to. You can put yourself out there, but I'm generally coming from a perspective of friendship, because, you know, you need to know people and get to know, have connections to be able to navigate, because there are people that have been here longer than you, and they can tell you what the things you need to know. And utilizing, especially if you're in college like me, utilizing communities in your school can be very helpful and beneficial to you. So when I originally came in, it was really a hassle, so I just had to put myself out there and indulge actually, go about, get to explore the city on my own, which is crazy that I didn't even get lost. I mean, that's why Google Maps is it's literally godsend. Like it literally directs you anywhere and everywhere you need to go. And people are very nice here, so you can just ask someone a question if you feel lost. So some people are nice, not everyone. So yes, but when my mental health was really getting to a point where I could not really control what was going on or control my thoughts anymore, I had to get into counseling in school. And let me tell you guys, it was a beautiful experience. It's the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I highly do recommend it. So if you are in school and you can access counseling services, one thing that I'm grateful for is that my school has free counseling, so I don't have to pay like hundreds or thousands to talk to a therapist or to talk to anybody. So yeah, utilize that, because it could be very helpful to you at a point where you feel like you are losing touch of yourself and losing touch of your inner, like losing touch of your conscience, because we should all know that your conscience is your best friend. Your conscience guides you. Your intuition basically tells you when things are going to succeed or when things are going to work out, or if there's something you need to question. Your conscience and your intuition are just your best friend. They guide you and tell you how to navigate things, basically, because anyone can advise you on what to do about your life, but at the end of the day, you're left with only yourself and your intuition to really take in that information and utilize it. If you don't want to, that's still on you. Above all, accountability is very important. So yes, moving on to the next thing, job hunting. So I was supposed to talk on college life, but I feel like I've covered that already. But I think I still have a couple of things to add to that. But yeah, let's move on to job hunting as an international student. I'll be speaking gibberish sometimes, but anyways, job hunting as an international student is excruciating. It is so painful. It is so depressing, because it is just so frustrating having to send out your resumes to multiple companies and not getting a response back. Let me tell you, I fell for the scam of Indeed. I used to think that Indeed was everything. Yo, hold on, let me just take a sip of water. Water is good for life. Water is life. Anyways, so job hunting in Canada can be very stressful as an international student. Sending out your resumes to multiple companies and not getting a response back can be very depressing, and it really doesn't motivate you to keep applying for other jobs. So Indeed doesn't always work out for everyone. I personally, most of the jobs that I've gotten are from ZipRecruiter, Glassdoor, or LinkedIn. So one thing I would advise you to do if you're a newcomer into Canada, make sure you have created a LinkedIn profile, because that helps you, that helps you to access jobs. It could even be jobs for your field of study. Let's say you are, I'm going to use my program for example. Let's say you're a law clerk and you're looking for a job, in your field of study, something that you can be interning in, entry level. It's very good to be able to have a job before you even graduate, because after you graduate and you already have that degree or certificate or whatever, like, it can be very tough to even find a job in your field of study. You would assume that, it's easier to find a job in your field of study because you're already done with school, you have the certificate, so there's nothing holding you back, right? But let me correct you real quick. That could also be affected somehow, some way. I don't know if it's bad luck for everyone or bad luck on Canada, but that's just how it works, unfortunately. I have heard that due to the fact that there's a lot of foreigners coming in, a lot of people are getting jobs, and people that are already here are still trying to get jobs, but they're giving out these jobs to people that are still coming in. So it's just a whole messy thing. But anyways, truthfully, the best thing I can tell you is when you put your application on out there, make sure you just pray to God and really hope and believe, have faith, do not give up. I know there's gonna be a lot of tears, you're gonna cry. I cried, definitely. I was depressed and sad for days. I laid in my bed, laid in my room for days, and trust me, like, your moment will come if you believe in God, if you believe that Jesus is always gonna make things, God is always gonna make things work out for you, your faith is strong and you really believe in God, then there is no way that you can get rejected. No one rejects the child of God. Are you kidding me? Please no. So anyways, yes, so when you put your application out there, have faith, believe, and even if it doesn't work out with that company, just take it as, God has a reason why I'm not working for that company. Maybe it wasn't gonna work out. Maybe I would meet someone that would be horrible to me. Maybe it just wasn't in God's plan. But God's plan and God's timing is always right and perfect. And trust me, I just got a job recently, and I've been unemployed since January. So like, you can tell it's been a hassle. It's not been easy. It's been very frustrating. But I just got a job, and I'm really blessed and thankful to God for this opportunity. But let me tell you, it makes me so nervous because I haven't had a job since January, and now that I do have a job, it's like, now I don't have any time to myself, like, I can't just like lay in bed, and just watch movies and do whatnot all day, or just do nothing all day as I want to. No, I have to get up every morning, work probably like for a 6-hour shift, and then come back home. Like, it's not the easiest, it's not the best route. I feel like, truthfully speaking, you can never be comfortable unless you are your own boss and you are making your own money on your own terms. But for the time being, especially if you're a student, you need to find something you can do in addition to your schooling, because you do not want to ever like literally divert from the reason why you came to Canada. You're here on a study permit, and if you're not doing good in school, if you're not doing well in school, they will give you time to improve, but that time is not always forever. You all know that human time is very limited. Human patience is limited, but God's patience is everlasting and forgiving. God is always forgiving, God is always graceful, but humans can be very ruthless. So yeah, make sure you have your priorities straight and you know how to navigate things. It's not just about getting a job, it's about retaining a job and making sure that you have a balance between work, life. If you're in a relationship, friendship, and whatnot, above all, make sure you are putting God first. So yes, the break in transmission. My camera literally just died, so I had to switch out the batteries. But anyways, back to, I don't know what the last thing that I was talking about, I don't remember it, but I think what I'm going to touch on right now, which is going to be the final topic, is college life. So let me tell you, college life is not easy, especially if you are, so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a story. So basically, I graduated high school, I think in the year 2020 or 2021, thereabout, and then I took a year, I don't remember the exact year, but I graduated high school and I took 1 year off of doing any studying at all, and that kind of, I feel like that really messed me up a lot, because if you've always been the type to study, like I studied religiously when I was in high school, I studied a lot, and giving your brain 1 year of quiet, 1 year of not doing any of that can really like take a toll on you. So if you are going to come into Canada, and I started college when I was 16, by the way, I'm not gonna say it was absolutely like the worst thing in general, but if I could advise someone in my position at that time, like if I could talk to someone who was 16 and thinking of going to college, I would just say, try to go to high school. If you're coming from my country or you're coming from Africa, try to go to high school here, so it's easier for you to kind of get the basic understanding, like know the basic materials, know the basics first before you hop into college. Because like your system back home, your school system back home, and their school system here is completely different. You cannot mix the two, you cannot compare the two. Just make sure you do high school, like even if it's 1 year of high school or something, maybe your credentials or your credit can be transferred and they can find some year that you can start from. But do high school so you're able to really navigate and enter into the system with the basics, with the fundamentals. Because once you start college not knowing anything, it can be detrimental to you. And in college, timing goes by so fast. Like in college, there is no time to be sapping about. There is no time to be going over the simple things. They hit you hard. They're coming in with difficult materials, so you best be ready. But if you don't have any fundamentals, like you don't have the basics yet, it's gonna be difficult for you to be able to basically figure out what they're talking about. So yes, make sure you do 1 year of high school or do some year of high school so you have the basics. Okay, that said, college life is actually, it's not exceptionally totally unbearable. There was a lot of tears because like I was struggling. Thankfully I'm in level 4 of my program, so like, you know, I'm grateful to God. But like, it was not easy. It was not an easy trip. It was not an easy journey, and I would not recommend it for anyone who is 16 and thinking of going into college immediately. Unless you were Einstein smart, by all means do it. By all means do it. Age is not a factor. Age is just a number. But if you know yourself, you truly know yourself, you truly know what is best for you, then do what is best for you, because this degree will help you in life. It will help you achieve things. It will help you get into places that you need. It will give you recognition before even opening your mouth to speak. So yes, that's what I can advise you on. College life is not that bad. You get to meet people. You just have to really be able to like ask a lot of questions, converse with people, because that's the best way you can really navigate college. You know, especially if you're having issues with your courses and everything, conversing with your classmates, that they can help you out. If you're struggling, they can help you out so much. And you can also talk to professors. They can help you out as well. You know, just be open-minded about the whole experience. I believe that when you go into a journey, or when you start a journey with open mind, it's not going to be that difficult to navigate. Not that I'm saying that it's going to be a smooth sailing journey. No, but it will be easier to navigate because you're open to it. So yeah, I feel like I've said I've said a million words in 1 minute. So this brings us to the very end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you stayed and watched the video, you stuck through it all to the very end of this video, I appreciate you so much. God bless you for your dedication. God bless you for your time involvement. God bless you for everything that you are doing. He will help you. He will reward your work. So yes, that's all I want to really tell you for today. I'm Christian, if you didn't know. I mean, I feel like I mentioned God a lot in this video, but yes, really, God bless you guys for sticking to the very end of this video. I love you so much, and please do not forget to subscribe. And if you want to drop a comment on suggestions about videos, because I do get creator's block a lot, but I'm trying to get back on this journey and get back on this trip because I really love you guys. I love influencing. You know what, I could do a whole story time about why I haven't vlogged in a while, why I haven't done a video in a while, but that would be for another day. This is just the basic things that I wanted to talk about today, and I really truly appreciate all of you. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Love you.